All right, so this morning, the state flag of Mississippi is flying above the Capitol in Jackson. You see it there, but not for long. That is because it is a new day in that state after a pair of history-making votes overnight. In fact, lawmakers, as you heard there in the State House, as well as the Senate, overwhelmingly passing a bill to remove the state flag. That flag, showcasing the Confederate emblem, will soon be off flagpoles across Mississippi for the first time in more than a century. The state is now setting up a commission to create a new flag design, and voters will decide on their new flag in the November general election. This is all happening as the nation continues to confront racist Confederate symbols across the country. With us now from the state capitol in Jackson are two of the lawmakers who put this all into motion. Speaker of the House, Philip Gunn, along with House Minority Leader Robert Johnson. Gentlemen, great to have both of you with us. Representative Johnson, I want to start with you, if I may. We had you on this program 2 weeks ago as the prospects to pass this bill started to look promising. And you spoke, frankly, of how walking into work under that flag was frustrating for you. Let me start by asking you how you're feeling this morning.
I'm not feeling frustrated. And first, let me thank you for having us this morning, and thank you for shedding some light on the work we're doing down here. But I feel triumphant. I feel like I'm a part of a new beginning, and it was good spending the time. It took a lot of work, and it was tough getting done. I think I said at that time I thought, it was a chance, 50-50, but I thought it would get done. And it wouldn't have happened without the help of the speaker and working hard. He said 5 years ago that the flag ought to come down. He didn't say it because it was popular. He said it because he agreed with me and agreed with a lot of other people that it was a step forward for the state of Mississippi. We did that. 5 years later, we're getting that done.
Yeah, and let me get your thoughts on that, Speaker Gunn, if I may. You authored this bill, and after passage, you said, we are not betraying our heritage. We are fulfilling it. Talk to us a little bit more about what you mean by that, because I'm sure there are some people in your state who look at that simply as a sign of your heritage.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having us. I would echo what Robert said. This is a new day for Mississippi, and we're excited about that. The heritage of our state is very important to many people in this state. We are not disregarding our heritage. We're not ignoring the past, but we are embracing the future here. And what we have now is a new day in Mississippi. We made history this weekend, and I want to commend all of those representatives and senators who took their responsibility seriously, stepped forward, showed courage to create a new image for our state, a new brand, if you will. We're now going to set about a process of, with dignity and respect, retiring the current flag and creating a new one. And so it's a new day here, and we're very proud to be able to stand together and talk about this.
Speaker, have you had a chance to speak to the governor, and do you have any details as to when he will sign this bill?
Don't have any details about that. He tweeted this weekend that if we put a bill on his desk, that he would sign it. I have not had any communications with him over the weekend. One thing I would like to point out, because of the point at where we are in this session, the bill deadline had passed back in February. And so in order to even bring forth this bill, it took a 2/3 vote of both the House and the Senate to make that happen. And I think that just speaks to the unity that we were able to put together to pass this bill.
Yeah, and speaking of that unity, Representative Johnson, as you mentioned, this bill has come up time and time again. What made this possible now as opposed to a year or, as you said, 5 years ago?
Well, it was like a perfect storm. I want to tell you that the speaker and I and other members have been working together more so. I told somebody the other day, we started out the session screaming at each other. But we're at a point now we're working together. We've always worked together well, and we've always fought fairly. But we are working together. When the pandemic started, we had to come together because that pandemic knows no color, no race, knows no political party. And so we had to come together to work on behalf of the people of the state of Mississippi. It was a crisis. The flag has been a crisis, and Speaker Gunn and myself agreed on that. But we were able to garner the support of other people that understood that that crisis had a pall over the state of Mississippi that kept us from growing, that was running a lot of our young people, the wealth of our knowledge and intelligence away from us. And we have an opportunity to keep it. Now, what I hope would happen, and I think the Speaker will go with me on this, is I hope I'll be able to sit down and we work together to expand Medicaid. We're 50th in health. health. I want to work on, raising our unemployment. We have the highest poverty rate in the state. He has been open during this pandemic to talk about some of those issues. I want to continue because those are the substantive things that we have to work on. We have a serious problem in corrections. We have prisons that are overcrowded. We got people we need to take care of. And so we can talk about release and criminal justice reform. And I can tell you that we've been in his office sitting down talking about those issues and in a way that we hadn't talked about them before. So the flag is just the beginning. We're about to do some work on behalf of the people of the state of Mississippi.
Yeah, good luck with all that work.
He decided to cooperate this time. That's
Okay.
what happened.
Yeah, well,
he needs to learn to do more of that.
Yeah, well, I've learned. I'm older than he is. I would say that he has to learn, but both of us are learning, so we'll do that.
All right, well, hopefully you guys get that work done for the people of the state of Mississippi. Mississippi House Speaker Philip Gunn and Representative Robert Johnson, thank you both for joining us this hour on a historic day. Now back to the coronavirus.
We enjoyed being with you.
Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.